I am loath to do this, but it needs to be done. We have to return to Mega Man 5 for the Game Boy. What's that smell? It's Uranus. Believe me, I know that Pluto was a pain, but I actually, at this point, I'm thinking Uranus is going to be worse. This stage is, really just... It couldn't be worse. Due in large part to these guys. Yeah, I know, you only see one here. But there are two. This is the mini-boss. And he's a nightmare. For a boss that only takes, I think, 5 charged buster shots to take down, there sure is a lot to keep track of. He's really resilient. You do get an indication of which chute is going to become active. That's about all you get by way of mercy. And it doesn't always help anyway, because you can't control the platform or anything else. Alright, but we're through. Take out that monkey fast. And let's move on. A little bit of fancy sliding in this room, but nothing to be too afraid of. This one, on the other hand, is another pain. Let that guy shoot 3 times. Oh no. And then get up there and kill that little chicken. Ignore that one up. The rule of 3 in this stage is a bit of a theme. As you noticed with the little seal enemies, you need to let them juggle 3 times. Nothing too much to be afraid of here. Just make sure you take that thing out. And make sure you take that thing out. Those little chickens actually fire when they move, so you want to take them out quickly. Poor Eddie here has a very cramped ceiling. And now so do we. Yeah, cramped quarters, that's another theme in this stage. If I were more confident at this point, I'd be making jokes about Uranus being tight, but I don't know. Right now, it hardly feels appropriate. Alright, at least I took that asshole out. Yeah, more tight quarters here. You can kind of sneak in a few shots if you're lucky. And by that I mean if you have good timing, but I don't, so it's if you're lucky. These little seal enemies are annoyingly durable. And yeah, see, I don't have good timing. Okay, now I remember this next area here is a bit of a pain. Make sure you are accurate. Fuck, that always makes me nervous. But we're through. Not with the stage though, that would be too easy. Another one of these guys. Fortunately, waiting for the 3 shots gives you plenty of time to charge up. It's a small mercy, I know, but as always, I'll take what I can get. Fortunately, if I could just make it through to Uranus, I shouldn't actually have a problem. As far as this guy goes, just, yeah, ignore him. And then into some more of these rooms, which are nothing to worry about, and amusingly reminiscent of similar rooms in the Wily stages of Mega Man 3 for the NES. Alright, we're on to the second one. Please wish me luck. Okay. That's 3 hits. 4. Alright, come on. Shit, that was close. Okay. Alright, so he's down. Of course the stage isn't over. We got a monkey to deal with. Take him out quickly, as always. And now we're here. One chicken down, but he's not the only one. How could he be, right? Yep. More fancy footwork. Ah, but we're through. Be really careful here. You don't want to fuck it up at this point. Alright. Ladies, we are through to Uranus. Fortunately, this big bastard is actually not that bad. In fact, if you can get him through one revolution here, you might be as good as done. And we are. Oh. Yeah, I'm happy to report that that one's over. Although it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought. The thing is, you just have to get past those mini-bosses. If you can do both, well, there are some sticky spots in the rest of the stage, but if you can do both of those, you can pretty much do anything. You can handle all the little bullet-shooting chickens you want. And we get the super arm. Basically. It's no more useful than the super arm, but it's at least less laggy and glitched. I don't dislike it. It's pretty cool, and that's basically what you need in order to locate some of the gems. Of course, there is a gem in Uranus's stage. We're gonna have to come back for that. But yeah, for now, geez, I did it. That means there's actually only one star droid left, and that's Venus. My fire. My desire. No offense, but I am glad I will never have to see Uranus again. Oh, the joke doesn't work because there's a capsule room in this game. Thanks for watching. The rule of 3 is going to, it's not going to do anything. Here's the first of 2 mini-bosses, and as you might expect, they're identical. I think 5 hits from the charged buster will do it. Oh! Never mind. These 2 mini-bosses, I know there's only 1 on the screen right now, but there are 2 in the stage. They're going to cause a lot of trouble. They're only 5 hits from the charged buster to take down. Why did I do that again? You need to watch where those rocks are tumbling out of. You do get a warning as to which chute is going to be active. But that's really not enough, if you ask me. Ah, fuck! These sections, of course, reminiscent of one of the Wily stages in Mega Man 3. And now we are on to the second one of these, which gives you an even smaller platform. How nice. Oh, no! Great. Yeah, for a mini-boss who I think only takes 5 charge shots, he is a real bastard. And you're going to be seeing a lot of him in the outtakes, I think. Oh! See? You do get some indication as to which chute is going to become active. But you don't get to control anything else that's going... Oh, for fuck's sake! This stage is really not designed for a no-damage run of any kind. Due in large part to these guys. Oh, come on! Okay, so a few things we can show off in this stage as far as branching paths and areas go. This is just the second room where we took care of that first seal enemy. We're going to want to equip the Break Dash. Make it through here. And we find a pretty easy E-Tank. And now we can take a look at this area here. This is much further into the stage. To give you some context, this is where we fought that really tight quarters seal. Yeah, speaking of tight quarters. No, Break Dash. Just in case you didn't know, Break Dash is just the buster and it doesn't use any energy until you charge it, at which point, va-voom. And there's our gem. Let's see if we can actually get out of this one alive. Hey, we can. I don't think you guys have enough faith in me sometimes. You thought it would take me 21 attempts, at least on average that's what you thought, to make it through this stage without taking damage and with only using the buster. And you know, I had a lot of people tell me that this stage was going to be a problem. I didn't really believe them. I can't really explain why that is. I can tell you now why it's unfounded, but at the time I wasn't sure of this. Those mini-bosses, they will actually behave in the same way every time. The same rocks will tumble from the same chutes every time. The platform beneath you will always be in the same position. So once you learn your way through, that's all you really need. Now, that's something I didn't know until I actually did this run. Throughout the course of trying over and over again, I realized that the rocks were behaving in the same way. I suppose if you don't come to that same awakening, those guys could be even more of a nightmare, so I understand where you're coming from. But fortunately, I got the hang of it pretty quickly. Of course, I didn't know that going in, so I guess really I'm just cocky. I thought it would only take me a measly 10 attempts to make it through Uranus' stage without taking damage. Again, nothing here I was really afraid of. The mini-bosses would have been the worst of it, but that was literally it. So I figured I could give myself, I guess 9 outtakes, 10 attempts, to make it through both of them, and call it a day. There's nothing else in this stage to worry about, least of all Uranus himself. And sure enough, I'm a fucking god, it only took me 10 attempts. Right on the money. And that leaves us with only one more slot on this board. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and the next board will be the last. I apologize again for the abundance of Mega Man 5 Game Boy Star Droids on this board, but I really had to burn them off somewhere. I thought it was better to do it here, and to make the final board as varied as possible. If you disagree, fuck off. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. We'll finish out the board, and we're gonna do it with style.